I am so delighted to welcome you to another beautiful episode of Talk to Be. It's Talk to Be, baby. Gay, gay. Yes, guys, you know Talk to Be. You know you're going to have fun. You know you're going to learn. You know you're going to laugh. Today, you're really going to laugh because this person that I brought here, oh my God, is very funny. He's a senior colleague. He's an amazing being. I love him so much. You know, he's just one of those people that you feel they are underrated in the industry. But hey, you will love him so much. Before I introduce my guest, let's go for a short break. And when we are back, you'll see him. Please note that all views and opinions expressed on this show is solely that of my guest. It's not of me, neither is it of Talk to Be. I'll be right back. Do not go away.
Talk to be, share your experience.
Thank you guys for staying tuned. In case you're just joining us, you're watching Talk to Be. Like I said earlier, I have somebody, an amazing brother in the house, a senior colleague, a comedian, an actor par excellence, a thespian. Somebody that would say is quite underrated in the industry because we don't doff our hearts enough for him. He's very special, kind. He's an amazing being. I'm so happy to welcome my big brother, Mr. Tokumbo Marvins. Hey, hey. Hey, Uncle Tokes. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's so nice to have you. I know you're a very busy person, you know. So having you here is a privilege. I'm so honored. I'm not taking it for granted. Thank you for coming, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. All right, so let's get to meet Mr. Marvins. Who are you? Beyond what we see, beyond how you make us laugh, who are you? Tell us your growing up experience. Let us get to know you.
Yeah, my name is Tokumbo Marvins. I was born in Lagos State, precisely Shomolu.
Shomolu.
Yeah. But I grew up in Ijebu.
Oh, okay.
Ijebu, Ikija, to be precise.
Ijebu.
Ikija.
Ikija.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with my grandma, and that is because my dad and mom got separated when I was 1 year. So I was told. Wow. So I grew up with my grandma in Ijebu, and that was where I attended my primary school, some part of my secondary school, till I moved to Lagos in 1988. I attended Lagos Baptist Academy, Obani Koro. That is where I finished my secondary school, and I didn't really have the power to go beyond that.
Wow. Oh. You don't look like one. You don't sound like one. Not at all.
That is because, let me say, I don't know what really happened along the line. But I know I'm a very, very brilliant person. Before something happened. Even when I was in primary school, I was one of the best students in Ogun State. Then I was given scholarship by the then military administrator of Ogun State, Baba Oladipupo. So it was the scholarship I used for by Form 1, Form 2, before they later changed it to JSS 6334.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was after then I moved to Lagos State. So suddenly something just happened, and I don't know. I don't want to say it's something that has to attach somebody.
Okay.
But I knew something happened to me along the line that reading now becomes difficult. This was me that would stay awake all night, read. Some of my colleagues, my mates would come to me. I'll teach them. And suddenly I lost it. Even till now, if I have to sleep, I don't need any sleeping pill. Just give me any book, even if it is just Daily Times. Again,
I would love that.
Within 20 minutes.
Wow.
I didn't know the person that actually did that, but I knew it was spiritual. Yeah.
You think so?
Hey, I repeated just once. Now that was in primary school. Not that I failed. My daddy said my stature was small then,
Okay.
and I think I got I was ninth position out of 63 students, and my dad said no, that was too far. I had to repeat. Until my secondary school days, my position was always between first to third, till JSS 3. So it was from the JSS 3 results. That was when I relocated to Lagos. It's important. While I was in Ijebu, academically things were going on fine. So till I relocated.
And you don't think it was your relocation has something to do with it?
Okay, let me just say that. Let me just leave it like that, because if I go into details of it, I don't want it to look as if I want to attach it to anybody.
I understand.
But I knew that's nothing to do with the environment.
Okay.
So when my daddy was insisting that I should further more, I lost interest in anything that has to do with education. Then I had lost interest completely.
So, how did you manage from that GS3 that sudden change happened to were you able to do SS3?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
how were you able to manage that you think you couldn't have done it in our institution?
There. Firstly, moving to a new school,
Yes.
meeting different kind of new students.
Yes.
That was another problem.
Okay.
Because to get used to all of them, to get used to them getting to like me was a problem too.
Okay.
So, but the kind of person I am, I don't like football. Any child that like footballs will always love to go out for break. I don't like football.
Okay.
Even at break time, I'm always in class reading. But I knew I was just reading. It was difficult for me to assimilate. Yeah, I was just reading. So it was giving me extra stress to cope. So when I got the GSS results, it was bad. And that was the first time my daddy had to beat me. Like, why this? That I felt like as a father, it shouldn't have just been the beating. It should have just been, let's just sit down. Kilo share. This wasn't you. This is not you. What happened? So beating me now added more to the fear. So, like if we had the father-son relationship, I'll have the opportunity to explain, daddy could hear me more, I don't know what's happening. So, and my dad then was a military man.
Oh.
So action goes with it. So, and the fear again was in me to explain. So I was just managing. They had this friend of mine then, Kingsley in Wusu. So it was the one just putting me through. I didn't cheat anyway. But as a brilliant person, people will expect that, at least my family will expect that. Coming out of that secondary school, I managed credit in English, P in maths. I think I have other 2 A's, then the rest F. So I was like, I don't even want to go and recite for any examination. Let me just leave it and let go.
And that was it for you with education?
Yeah.
Wow. So how did you start the journey into the industry?
Anyway, I've always loved acting while I was in school.
Okay.
In fact, when I was in JSS 1, when I was in Form 1, I actually staged a drama in my school with my co-students. Okay. I was one that taught them, even in secondary school. I was one that taught them. We staged the drama, then the title was Abatenije. Yeah. Then, the irony of it is, I love to be a warrior. They're not even a comedian. Yeah. Come on, Pofo, come on. That was what I loved then.
Who was your role model? Who was your role model?
Yinka Kodri.
Okay.
Àwọn baba bigger bars.
Bigger bars.
Those were my role model. Like those action, come up for pile. And I was doing that. So when I came to Lagos, my daddy's house was at Jibo.
Okay.
So we had this, there was this group, Ifeoluwa Theatre Group,
Okay.
not far from my daddy's place.
Okay.
So I used to go there and see them. Somebody that had acting as being my sister, right from young.
Yeah.
So I just went to meet the leader of the group. It's now late. Who happens to be my boss? Shokpe Nilolobo. So I explained to him. I said
What's
I was
his name again?
Shokpe Ade Shokpe Nilolobo.
Any Lolubo.
So he first complained about my age. I said no problem. So
That you were too young?
I was too young.
Okay.
Then they asked me to come with my parents, which I'm sure I was only staying with my dad and my stepmother. They want to be me dad, so from that you are going to theater and whatever so. So I was sneaking out to the rehearsal. That was while I was still in secondary school.
Okay.
So when I made up my mind that I was not going to further more, I had decided, let me just follow this theater line. So that fateful day, I packed my things at home, I washed my clothes, I packed my bag, and I was determined to leave home. So my stepmother said I shouldn't go. I had to wait for my dad. So when they came, they told him, and he said, you can't, firstly, you cannot do theater under my roof. You cannot. His reasons then was, àwọn tó bá ń ṣe theater máa ń ṣoògùn. So you need the backup of one big babalawo that or one spiritualist that will be assisting you.
Wow.
And he was not even ready for anything. So if you don't want to school and you don't want to learn any other thing apart from theater, you cannot be under this roof. So I was determined to go, and he said to my face, "Bó ṣe ń jáde nílé yìí, mo kọ ẹ́ lọ́mọ láyé lọ́run." So I left.
Wow.
I left.
Wọ́n ti kàn yín lọ́mọ rí báyìí.
Ọkọ mi lọ́mọ. So ọkọ mi lọ́mọ inú mi ń dùn ni. I was jubilating pé because that was the only thing that could give me freedom then. Mo fẹ́ máa lọ bó tán sọ yẹn ò bá mi. I don't even really understand what mo kọ ẹ́ lọ́mọ means.
We're just happy.
Let me just go.
Wow.
And I left my daddy's house to my Oga's place. I was not staying alone. I was staying with the grandma in her 60s then. She had stroke. She was on the bed. It was a 8 by 10 apartment, very small place. At in a 6 by 6 bed. And I don't know the biggest wardrobe then. Tó bá ní ilẹ̀kùn mẹ́ta yẹn. And the fridge kan tó bàjẹ́ àgbésíta náà àfilẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. We had this 3-seater. So you can imagine the space. About 6 of us. So I just kept my bag inside and just right by a window, ni Bera Grand and Tony Lane wa. And that was where I was sleeping for 2 years.
On the burial ground.
Bera Grand for 2 years. I was enjoying it. Go me, fake pay ya kokon jemi. It was very serious. Be 5-6 years. Steadily come my back to back. 6 years. Sometimes I was telling her and Dr. Alabi that probably it was inspiration that gave you this Momo Ojumi Tiri. Nǹkan tójú mi rí tójú mi bá rí ẹ lè rí ọmọ báyìí náà. Ẹ lè rí ẹ mọ tójú mi rí kí lè rí tójú mi bá rí nǹkan táwa rí ẹ má ti kú ẹ ní rí ọmọ. So I was like that and we were moving like that. So I enjoyed rehearsal. Then it was not like now. It's not like now that you have to say you rehearse once in a month, once in 2. A rehearsals then was every other day. So that was how I got to from my leader then knows how to sing, drum, dance, compose, direct, act, do script, and all that.
Wow.
So that was how I started. And then it was not the movie thing. It was the stage. Kaloma Jokiri, only party Shabati, Jokiri. Even it was the bigger groups then that had the opportunity to stage. To record for like NTA, Nigba,
Okay.
So it was the bigger ones. People like our groups that come, I can share the hazard that on. You never had the opportunity to share film, record, actor. We rehearsed more than 20 stories. That's kò jáde rí.
Ní kankan fi ṣe.
Just to keep ourselves busy. So, and maybe once in a while we go for shows. We went for a show sometimes at Ijebu Mushin. Ijebu Mushin is after Ijebu Day. And after the whole show, Ilu Church le mi jí tagbe lọ.
Okay.
So it was on a Friday. They told us I would come back on Saturday. So normally if you went to service on Sunday.
Okay.
So I sneaked out with the drum because I was the choir master then. So I below the show in Ijebu. And it got so bad we couldn't make money. Láti Ijebu Òde pẹ̀lú ìlú àti costume mo fẹ́ sẹ́yìn dé Ṣàgámù. Yeah. Because then all they gave me then was 60 naira, my share. And nǹkan tó máa gbé mi láti Ìjẹ̀bú Òde tó Fádèyí then was 19 naira. So mo ní láti rin 60 naira dànù. So I can just manage 30 naira from Ṣàgámù to Onipan. At least I cannot do all that. So I don't even have anything left with me. So I had to try and say I can manage with the 30 naira. So Mode Church will leave me down. That's what I call it. Because it was terrible. It was only drum for the church. And I taking it for drama. So, and like that, gradually, my boss died. Not then. The first thing that happened then, he stopped acting.
Okay.
That he later became a prophet in a church, and the person insisted that he cannot be acting and still be a prophet. So he has to choose one. So he chose to be a prophet, and he asked me to continue with the group. I was the most senior then, so he asked me to continue with the group, and I was able to do it for like 1 year or so, and everybody fell apart. And even till now, I can say that in all that were together, then I'm still the only one that is in the industry.
Still here. So by the way, that was very interesting. So how did you now get into today's home video setup from the backdrop where you were coming from?
Okay. While I was with my boss, one of the things he did then was make sure that we joined the then ANTP.
Okay.
That if you have to be a relevant artist, you must belong to the association. So I was going with him. So when he stopped, I never stopped. So I was still going to the meeting. I later became organizing secretary, Mushin. Some part of Mushin, we had units then, OOI, Odiolo Ojuoye, Lupeju, which Madam Shaje, Wunmi, Yetunde Wunmi, late Renta Kosoko happens to be my unit members. So Tiban Preside meeting, Madam Shaje Mano, so it was from there that we started mingling with other artists, and we're producing in Mushin. And God help us then with my late friend, Noreni Aremu, Larry.
Oh, Larry.
So he was the one that actually started. He saw something in me and he decided that Tokumbo Mama push it. And we started, and that wasn't for too long before he died. So later I formed another group. I formed another caucus in Mushin. I gathered people, okay, let's come together and start acting. So we started acting. We started producing. I think we produced about 3 movies then in that caucus. So from then I switched.
Okay.
Because I believe that, I have this very big talent that God gave me. That is the stand-up comedy aspect. So that was how I got to know Kunle Afford.
Okay.
So he used to call me for MC to anchor events. So we started. So like that, I joined them in shooting films with them. So then we moved to offer to shoot some series. The Ojuketa, The Car, and some other movies like that. So it was from the switch from Mushin to Afford side. So
That you entered
Yeah.
into fully. Okay. We'll still come down a bit to the movie aspect. Was it last year that you celebrated how many years of marriage? I think you celebrated with your birthday or something. You did your wedding anniversary.
no, I did wedding. No,
You-
wedding. You know wedding.
Kileshi.
I should wedding last year.
You got married last year.
Last year,
After how many years?
my wife and myself have been together now. Our firstborn is 16 years now. He's in university.
16 years.
Yeah.
So you just got married last year.
Ben, but I don't know.
Kile sọ fún wọn.
Actually, what happened then was, as a guy to a lady, she got pregnant.
Okay.
So I went to see her dad. The mother was late then. So I went to see the dad. And the daddy said, the most important thing is for me to show up, and I've done that. That there has been this revelation for her
Okay.
that she shouldn't do anything elaborate when it comes to wedding.
Wedding. Okay.
So all he just wants to ask from me is to take very good care of her and be prepared that once she delivers successfully, it's going to gather a few of the families who come around, and I do whatever I think I can afford. But most importantly, take care of her for me. And unfortunately, she gave birth on the father died on Sunday, and she gave birth on Tuesday. So that was what happened, that we couldn't just do anything.
Anything.
And my wife is this person that she's not the family type. She's not really close to family. I don't know her reasons to her. She's not this, even with the brother, they're not this person that people that are close to the family. So we couldn't do anything. So last year, she was 40 last year.
Okay.
I was 50.
You're 10 years older.
Yeah. No, that's for a reason, no.
I'm still coming there, trust me.
So, and I said, okay, I need to see. I know some of the families, even there's this particular person that always come looking for us. But let us formalize everything. You've been a very good wife. Let me tell your family that you are a good wife. So it doesn't look like Okomuya was Sarah. And most of them, I'm sure they don't know the story. What transpired between myself and the dad, that Emma party. They have said anytime she wants to marry, Kusari, we must not even put canopy outside. It must just be one low-key thing. So I went to the family, and we talked, I arranged, I gave them whatever they needed, and so it's now collided with my birthday. So it was really our birthday that we really celebrated. So the wedding was the small thing in their family house
Okay.
with the family. So the birthday was the real thing we celebrated.
Okay. So you were coming to tell us why you got married to someone that you are 10 years older.
Yeah, part of my experience looking at other relationships.
Was it intentional for you?
It was.
It was. Okay, why?
The other people around in marriages. If you see my wife now, she still look like 30 something. And I see her getting younger. Like, I'm not that old now, but I'm not in day. But when I still look around, I still see my wife like, she fine. Don't she? One other idiot she cannot be like my. You obviously fine, you understand?
Yeah.
So like, tabalo dag back, but it's going to be a problem. So maybe when I'll be 70, she's still going to be 60, and she's still going to look young.
Okay. Most times, I might believe that obìnrin àwọn okay, let me say it, but you must so àwọn obìnrin wa ò kì í rí ilé ọkọ gbé.
Okay.
But àwọn ọkùnrin yín máa ń rí ilé ìyàwó gbé. You understand what I mean?
Okay.
So how is that easy for you? Do you think is one of the things that has worked for you, marrying a younger person, or she loves the industry, or Ọlọ́run kan fún yín ní tiyín ni?
I've always known that this job is taking me places. Don't mo mo ti débẹ̀ o.
Ben.
I was working then. Let me just move back a bit. I was working in a law firm
Okay.
as a clerk, and they were paying me 3,000 a month. And the first MC job I got then that was paid for, they gave me 3,000 for one Tuesday. So share 1 month, share okay. And I got to meet my wife again. We went for a shoot at Kola. It was that my friend too, Nureni
Larry.
Nureni Aremu, that we were shooting then, and we needed some young ladies, young people really, to act as students.
Okay.
So the PM went around to gather people, and so she came with those people.
Okay.
They told them they were coming to shoot with artists. Everybody makeup, richie, wig.
Toku.
So she was the only one. She was just putting one gown like that and just head cover. I just seen her. I knew this person, you're fine. Just the natural beauty, I was able to figure out that this lady is fine. So when we went for the shoot that night, we started talking. And there I got her number, we're talking.
Altogether, how many movies have you produced yourself?
Produced, okay. I think I just produced one.
One? Just one movie? Why?
Even the one, I'm
How do you mean?
Okay, when you started the introduction, then you mentioned this underrated. And most time I post things online. Or I see things, especially sometimes when Tunde did not repost my videos or some other bloggers, I always see this particular comment. This man is highly underrated. He's also underrated. I'm like, underrated. No, I know what they are trying to say.
Oh, of course.
But what happened? You and I were in the industry.
Yeah.
It's not about being good. We have two major problems in this industry. Two.
Okay.
One is the caucus.
Okay.
Caucus are on war. Caucus are on Kinecon. So if you don't belong to that particular caucus, you might be good. If they don't really need you like that, like once, let me use Owo.
Okay.
Once Owo is having any production, some people are 100% sure they must be there.
That's right.
Because Owo on a cask So that was the major problem I was having.
Okay.
Because I never belonged to any caucus.
Okay. At all.
At all. So the one I belonged to then was the Kunle Afod caucus.
Okay.
So we were walking, even outside Lagos. We went as far as Ilorin, Ofa.
Oshogbo.
I didn't go to Oshogbo with them. Ofa, Ijagbo, like that. So, and that was one of the major reasons in the first place that I never really put much interest in acting from the beginning.
Okay.
The acting of then, nothing to show for it. That was then. Later now, I'm a family man. How do I explain being somewhere for 1, 2, 3 months, working, and there's nothing to bring back home? So we're doing all those things. But because I have this other thing I'm doing, which is the MC, I'm sure I'll definitely come to Lagos weekend to come and do 1 or 2 that will give me money, settle my family and go back. So at a point, I just felt, things was not really going on fine. So I said, okay, we don't have to fight. But from the way things is going, I don't want to go again. So we called a meeting then, and I told them I just want to move. So when I left the Kunle Afford team, I was alone.
Okay.
Now alone, just alone, with nobody around. So I started calling, lobbying from people. I was calling people. So fortunately, I met this person. He's a serving honorable now.
Okay.
Honorable Aromo Shuda Abiodun. He was not even a politician then.
Okay.
He just saw my act on stage and he said he loved me and we got close. And my late boss promised to give me money to produce a movie.
Okay.
Which I knew wouldn't be enough. So I talked to that man that was just going to get a hotel for me. Then I'll use his place.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, my boss stopped picking my calls. And I've already picked a date. Before then, I told them Afford that I wanted to shoot and was supposed to direct the movie. But somehow, it was busy. So I decided to use another person. But along the line, the person that was even supposed to give me money was not picking my call again. So it was a man that just called me one day and said, "Hey, boy, I'm shooting Monday. Today is Saturday. Are you not shooting again?" I still want to shoot, but there's no money. I said, "Okay. How much is the money?" Then I said, 400,000. 400, okay. I'll see what I can do. And there, he gave me 400,000.
Wow.
I should go and do the movie. Even followed me to the hotel, Joe Shade, to pay for the rooms. And now to gather the crew was a problem, but something happened. We had to shoot. Now we're shooting. While shooting, there was tension. The marketer that, okay, you might like about me release, he shared me. He saw the script and he advised me on it. He even gave me a cast that, okay, since I'll be the one to market, use this person. So we went to the location to shoot. So after shooting, I discovered I was calling, it's not picking up again. And the whole thing was like somebody was behind. Yeah, I'm serious. I don't want to mention him.
Okay.
But I know once the person says this video, he's going to know. The person stood strong. In
the industry.
In the industry. Somebody that was supposed to direct the job, the person stood strong that the person must not direct the job with me. I was like, Tani mo she, ki lo n shele. So I moved to Afisowo. So Afisowo said, Marvin Zama Yakos, wala. And we shot. I gave it to market. As I'm talking to you now, I should go and drop the master copy at his office at Arena. He refused to release it. He didn't return it back to me till now. And that was owó tí ó bá jẹ́ investment tí mo lè máa fi continue wọgbó. So when that happened, I was back to square zero again. I would submit to the release.
Why?
Because somebody was on his neck that he must not release the job. Yes.
Well, he could give you back the job now.
I decided not to take it.
Why?
I now gave the job. Another master. I was having another master copy. I gave it to another person, a friend. He gave it to an online marketer. And I think eventually we spent over 700,000 for that job.
Okay.
Eventually, we spent over 700,000 on that job. And the person came to meet me in one hotel and said, "What is on YouTube? A look, only 47,000. Ibo ni kinti bere.
47,000. From over 700,000.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Why? How?
Then I never knew anything about. Even up to now, I don't know how they give marketers. I don't know. I know anything that has middleman. No, cannot really be sure. So I was like, kilo shele.
47.
Now the 47,000 they gave me that day, I confident just again. So I think career 47,000.
career.
But as if a berry. And everybody around me will be saying, this guy is good, but boy, you dad. The only thing I just need is, when you write a script, you write a script to favor you.
That's right.
You just want to call me to feature.
Yeah.
Not you writing your script to. So it is only me that can write my script, that I know script. I want to use one person. I'm going to mention his name. Itele has been acting in different movies. But he knows that he has more than what they were giving him then. Me, Mobito Tirobo. But he went to source for the money. Now produce Kesari. Started producing other ones. So everybody who had it pay, but boy, need potential. And now they have accepted him. They are now calling him. That's when you can now set a standard for yourself. But somebody that is lobbying for a job, so to now get somebody, to get people to support, like a lot of people do come to my DM, Baba, you're doing very well, be acting with what?
You're acting. You're acting.
More like more act. If I tell you now in the movie industry, let me just say this here. Last year, you for me 15,000. Even this year, somebody, a known artist, a well-known artist, don't imagine allow me. Oh, don't imagine allow me. I'll call him for a job. You come on my set. Called me for a job. I went to that set and he asked me to send my account. I sent to him. I got home. I saw 15,000 alert. Like, mo pe, ṣé mo ṣe nǹkan ṣe ni? 15,000 ni age and status mi ní fíìmù yìí. My first set of my students, 27 years ago. I have students in the US now, at least 3 of them, they're US. 2 of them are even still acting in America now. They're actors in America. So why can't I come from 15,000? Because I gave you the honor, I didn't charge you. I came on your set, when they pay 15,000, they could send. All they calculate 775. Like, I be 10,000 or 5,000 because I was like wondering. But once I have that platform to showcase what I have, 1-2 movies is enough. 1-2 is enough. I see my videos, just sitting alone, just doing videos. I did the way it moves around, and like I have beyond this. I have beyond this.
You can do better.
I can do better than this. All I just want is the platform. I know gone are those days that you have the marketers. Even when you go to marketers, I don't have the luck. Some people there in marketers, even some marketers are still giving them money to produce now. I've never had the luck for anybody to give me money to
Not
produce.
for everybody.
Yeah.
Even me, I haven't taken money from marketers to produce before. So it does not mean you can't do your thing with or without a marketer. You can source your money from outside and give it to them if you want them to sell.
Source yẹn náà ni. Source ni. Source from where? Me, the collateral I have one bank. I don't have. Even if I have the collateral to Yawon Bank, I can Yawon Bank. But there's no collateral. And even you and I knows that. Mr. tells me, I must not go and Yawon Bank. You cannot. If not.
No, you
If
can't.
not, they will drag you.
Because movie business, you can't say precisely, this
That
is how much I'm going to
good
make.
make.
So who will borrow you that kind of money? Maybe your friends, maybe family, people that just meet you on. But so now what you're saying is you feel you're underrated because you haven't done so much for yourself in terms of producing your movie.
Because, like, if I can tell you that there are some people, I don't know, they might have their reasons for being actors and not want to be producers.
Okay.
They might have their reasons. Like Yomi Fash now. It's just he just want to be an actor or produce, and he's lucky. It's not everybody that will be that lucky.
Yes.
But me, I love to produce and act. Let me produce. Let me promote myself.
See yourself.
Let me promote myself. So, I believe I have so much more than I do give script to people. And like I tell people that even most of the comedy movies I say, I just go there to play my part. I just go there to play my part. Most of the comedy script, I just see them like, these are not comedy. As I am now, alone, anything that makes me smile, and that is where I write my script. I have about 4 scripts I've written, 4 of my own that I've written. Order.
To produce it.
To produce them, 4. Money is much I talked to somebody in the US that is willing to support with that. But just okay, hold on. And you know this say that I don't like to disturb anybody when this is their time to do whatever they need to do.
So once you have the money now, you start producing.
I don't need more than 2 movies. That underrated, that everybody is putting in my name. Everybody my Yoko.
I feel, for some reason, I feel so too, because you're one of the people that makes me laugh so much. Like, in doing so little, you're naturally funny. So, we know. But, but if you're saying that person, somebody did that to you with your movie and you have not been able to produce another.
Ever since then. That was supposed to be a stepping stone for me. That we're successful with the job. Sure. At the location, at the edit, at the master. The next stage was to give it to the marketer. It was not even during the it was not the stage of giving it to the marketer. Right from where we were shooting, the problem was in there. I'm not going to mention him. Even Afisor was the one that directed the job. Knew this story I'm saying. The person stood his ground that, okay, after that, I started lobbying again. Some people just come here and say, kí ló ṣe wà tẹ́ni báyìí? I will say, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? If we have like, kanta and the person is not really happy, that is always language. Kilo shele. What has the person told you that have done wrong? That is like, he doesn't want to go. Don't call me for job. For what?
Why?
So I just decided that, and God has been faithful to me because I'm going to find depression. I got robbed again. Yeah, along this Ijebode road. Wow. The armed robbers, they went away with my car. And I did to more reach a law. A family man with 3 kids, lobbying continuously for 2 months, because anybody took position. And like,
without the car again.
You understand? So, like, almost enter into depression. Honestly, like, that is another area I can never forget my wife. It was even through that she developed the ulcer. She's nursing now. Just going to mountains, going to churches to pray. I'm not worried, say, So God has been faithful in the aspect of the MC. MC. But this face, I can't imagine when I charge people for a job and say, F me in 200. Man, yeah. Because they believe nobody knows me. And when it comes to stand-up comedy job, stand-up, as big as Nollywood is, this is a video, let them see it. And anybody to challenge me, Nollywood, 1 to 3 more, stand-up comedy. I'm not talking about movie comedy. I don't want to rate myself. Let our fans do that. But stand-up comedy, let them give me microphone with anybody that dares me. 1 to 3, the more stand-up comedy. So God has blessed me with that. That I've been doing that for over 30 years. Stand-up comedy, I've been doing that for over 30 years. So, but film, you need the face.
You need the face
to give you money.
And you are I mean, and you are in the industry, so you need it.
Just for the so many thanks to Instagram and Tunde Not.
Tunde Ednot.
That most of my videos, you see him reposting.
Keep posting.
So àwọn èèyàn sọ pé bàbá yẹn ni ó dẹ̀ gbé báyìí náà máa ń ṣe fíìmù ó dẹ̀ gbé ní èjì kan ẹ̀ máa sọ pé ó dàbí pé. As I was coming to this place now, kóró pé mo wọ̀ everybody in the bus Yorùbá ní wọn mọ̀ mi rí and it's still bad. Ẹ̀wọ̀n kan náà wọ́n ní máa yọjú yín jọ. But because tá a bá ṣe nǹkan tí ojú máa fi ṣe gbùm ojú kójú kan ṣe gbùm ló kàn. Gaji cannot go anywhere without face mask. And that was because then Gaji had the support of a particular marketer who truly loves him then. That was giving him money to produce Dr. Gaji, Officer Gaji, Gaji and Ijebu. These were movies that I took part. But because roles they mean KKK lo kan ṣe, ankan ni man náà ló ṣe Mr. Bolaji. So those were the movies that produced Gaji. Yeah. And I was on the 3 movies, Officer Gaji, Dr. Gaji, I was in
the... But they won't see you as much as...
Yeah. So now that's why I'm saying, mo ní ìdí tí mo lè fi sell face yìí.
Am I worried? Ọlọ́run máa ṣe very
the God I'm serving, I know.
Yeah, you have done so well for yourself. Beyond what you think, people actually know you. It might not be enough yet, but you are getting there. If you have come this far, I know you will get beyond here by God's grace. Thank God for people like Tunde Ednot. Tunde, we're giving this to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, the Kingmaker. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Personally, what has life taught you?
The first thing, anything you choose to do, no matter the problems, the challenges, just be determined. Because I remember, like I told you, that my daddy said he disowned me in 2000 and...
2000?
No, 1993, Mokoli. 1993. 31 years ago. I left home 1993. And my dad called me in 2005. When for the first time, he saw me on TV. Then with Oga, Bengadosi, the CEO of Biowa Films. So we're staging these shows then, Ariefe. So I was the main anchor of the Ariefe from season 3. Though they had the 1 and 2 before me, but from season 3, 4, 5, 6, Abuja Ambori, Laughter Plus, I was the main anchor. So the first one I did for him, I went for a live interview on TV, LTV8 then. So by Jad Anywhere TV, I just saw my phone rang and who is this? I didn't have his number. And just like people would tell me that they were inside, they were hearing my voice and mo da ohun yin mo. So mo pop see me. So when I heard him and said, "Hello, ṣé Dewale ni ẹ?" I said, "Yes, sir." "Who is this?" Èmi ni who is this? Down Babemo. That day only, he felt reluctant to answer me. I felt, when I left home, 1993, I was actually staying somewhere very close to my house. And my dad didn't even bother to check on me. I am the first son, the first child. As brilliant as I was then. Came parent mi ti ẹ̀kan rò pé kí ló níbo lọmọ yìí gbà. He didn't even bother to look for me. Okay, fine. Like, I don't know how to describe the closeness of where I was to his place. Okay. So we talked. I just let go. As a father, I forgive him. But after I dropped the call, I was so happy. Because the kind of father I had, having said, if anything will make anybody follow me to that place, he's going to tell them that he's trouble me. So for him to have disowned me, and I want to pay me
and own you back.
Yeah, 12 years after. So that means my decision then was right. And to the glory of God today, money, everything in life too. Life has taught me that whatever you do, sometimes you just be at the center. Everything, career, try, I'm leaving my house. To the glory of God. Though kò ń ṣe iṣẹ́ fíìmù, that is the truth. Iṣẹ́ fíìmù kọ́ ló fún mi.
Okay.
Stand up comedy. Gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ti sọ pé èèyàn fi iṣẹ́ ṣe, at least kò mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run ti ẹ̀ wo side ẹ̀. Lọ́lọ́run ti fún mi lórí ọ̀fẹ́. I have my wife. My son is in the university. He's not even in Nigeria.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank God.
Kò tọ́nu ni.
Abroad today. Abroad. No, he's not in Nigeria.
No, ìgbéraga máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ mi ń pè kó tán Port Novo ni. Port Novo. I'm one in school Port Novo. School Port Novo. So I'm leaving my house. 3 unfinished bedroom flats.
3 unfinished.
Unfinished. Mi ìparí ẹ̀ iwájú tọ̀dọ̀ mi báyìí mo wọ́ díẹ̀ báyìí. Ìjọ tá fọdù ṣáwà bí ó ṣe fídíò kan mo wọ́ lẹ̀ díẹ̀ báyìí. Gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ bí àti ìwọ bí àròkọ. Mo ní mọ́tò kan tí àbúrò mi kan fún mi. Ó ti bàjẹ́ bọ́ mi fẹ́ sọ́nù kí wọ́n máa ja àbáramọ̀rẹ̀ jẹ́. So ní ẹ̀ máa ti ń ja fídíò tẹ̀ máa rìn yẹn. Àwọn ọmọ pé ẹnì kan sọ pé that is your studio. Gbà tí ò ṣiṣẹ́ ànádó àfẹ́ta àríta. Okay, ẹ ṣàwúlò fún kankan ká máa ṣe mọ́tò. I told you pé so if not because this is Biola and because of the relationship and the respect I have for you, to go out go máa ń tèmi gan lójú. A ní kóró pé mo ọ̀dẹ́ báyìí. Àwọn tó wá nọ́ọ̀tì ni tó bá lọ wọ bí bọ́ọ̀sì tẹ́rọ pọ̀.
Ẹjọ́.
Máyẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ wá dákẹ́ orí burúkú bí tẹ́wá dénú fún yẹn ẹ máa rújọ́ bí wèrè ẹ máa rújọ́ bí wèrè èrè náà tẹ́wá ń bẹ̀ lẹ́nìí àwọn àwọn àfẹjọ́ bàtí and like bóyá kí n máa ké ni àbí kí n máa rẹ́rìn because mo mọ̀ pé kò yẹ kí n máa at least kò yẹ kí n wà wọ́n sọ fún mi pé there was this day ní area Ikorodu. I was coming from Ijede with Gaji. So we're on bike. So one Sienna tí wọ́n náà ní èsì ọkọ̀ ń ṣe Sienna kan tó gbádà 1997 yẹn ni o. So the woman was, I think they were driving. So báyìí kọjá lára wa pọ́n ní àwọn Gaji Baba Sidi, that Baba Sidi from Eka. So we thought they were just loyal fans and waved. Bóyá sọ fọ́pọ̀ ẹ̀ pé kó fi mọ́tò yẹn lé wa ni. Ọ̀kadà wa ti kọjá wọn. Sienna ẹ̀ kan sábọ̀ fún tí ẹ̀ ní mọ́tò tí ẹ̀ ní. Could it down? So Gaji wa ni Marvin wa lie o ṣì láǹṣe o. Wọ́n sọ fún àpò ẹ̀ka ti ní mọ́tò ni. God will do it. And God did it through somebody. Because that motto was actually a gift from a friend turned brother in the US. And he said, ẹnìkan sọ pé wọ́n rí ní event kan ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀kadà wa. What happened? Ṣé the motto mi mo ní? So he just sent the motto to me. And you know Nigeria now, traffic méjì mo wọ̀, Mazda, ṣe fighting by àtọ́ engine lẹ́lẹ́kìnní, àtọ́ engine lẹ́lẹ́kejì. Mo rí pé it's like ayé ti wọnú engine yẹn mo dẹ̀ yẹ káyìí lọ gbàbẹ̀ mú mi. So I just have to park it kó wà ń bẹ kó má dà mí láàmú. That's the way why tí bá start yẹn bì tó ń fẹ́ wọ̀ mí. Wọ́n máa gbọ́ ní pẹ́ǹsì náà. Mo tún fi music máa loud music kó lè cover ẹ̀ kó gbọ́. But now kò tẹ́ start mọ́. Wọ́n wá jùlọ ọ̀dọ̀ mi sọ́dún kan.
Bọ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè tún ṣe náà.
Olúwa má jẹ́ ń tún ṣe. Olúwa má jẹ́ ń tún ṣe. Mi fẹ́ tún ṣe. Mi fẹ́ tún ṣe.
Ẹ máa wọ̀ ẹ máa rà mí.
Amen.
Agbára Ọlọ́run.
Amen.
Ọlọ́run máa ṣe. Okay, last question so that we let you go. I'm not sure I've laughed this hard on this show before. Sorry guys, if I'm unprofessional, I might be. Come and sit with him and see if you don't laugh like this. Okay, so last thing I'd like to ask, like different people have different opinion about the industry. I asked a few people from the industry, do you think I think our audience says that much that you guys don't love yourself in the industry. I am of a contrary opinion that we do. And a lot of my colleagues say different things about it. Do you think we truly love ourselves in the industry or we don't?
I don't think so.
You don't think we love ourselves?
Yeah, that much.
That much. Why?
Good. If we really love ourselves much, this job is a professional job. So we should give roles to professionals, people that can do it. You cannot be my friend and claims to love me and be inviting me to parties, and when you have locations, you choose to call other people.
Some other people.
When you know this is what I do to eat. You don't patronize me. You know very well that I can do what you are giving to that person. And you choose to give it to somebody else. Like I said the other time, kakos lo fe ba industry ije. We have some, like I've known Afizo for over 20 years. I've known him for over 20 years.
Yeah.
We're not that close before, but we're very close now.
No, shout out to him.
There are some of us like that loves ourselves. For the first time I saw Flaky, Ronke Odusona, for the first time in my life, last year Lakpade. And biking on Mongbe Lonyo. We bullet biking. The person beside she was saying, is that not? And Thomas been talking about Marvin saying. She never knew I had. Never knew. So she was coming to greet me. And Akpade. So Akirawa. Now she said, I'll be giving you. And she has been giving me a job. Industry. I love her generally. And that should be a general thing, because right from Igbate Mimoti theater and Jet Theater, let me use Mushin. I don't know other places. Mushin. When we're in Mushin then, Tabakpari meeting, we'll buy food. Everybody will come together. Amajo mama jet to bajiton, amaramis no plate. Ajo mama jet, not the theater of now. Not the theater of now, yes. Not the theater of you want to do something, somebody will go to marketer. Somebody who should be your friend should go to marketer and say, Emma kowo fun komoshi. You know, there's a difference between one fair phone lowo and the person that claims to love you will go to market. These are things that happen. So why do we now want to cover it like I like Karawa? That I spoke to one marketer one time and said, Baba, I truly love your craft, but and when you're in pé come and trust in pẹ̀lú. And I said, ṣé mo ti gbowó lọ ẹni in this industry, nínú film industry, mo need you owó pẹ̀lú anybody. Really. And I've never collected money from anybody in the industry. And to me, film ni mo sọ yẹn. The other person is one of my students. He's now in US. Mo package. She will send money to me. I'll package. And when somebody give you money for a job and you've been able to deliver it, you have done what the person has given you. Right. So I've never had any issue with anybody concerning anything. So why will you now go behind me and tell marketers that they trust I will still see later. We'll sit down, we'll eat and drink like nothing happens. So for me, for the love aspect, I say, àwọn àgbàlagbà yẹn gan lórí love ara wọn. That is the truth. Àwọn àgbàlagbà yẹn lórí really love. Àwọn tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń dancing, àwọn táwọn ń dancing. Let's forget it. Let's forget it. That is my opinion.
Well, lastly, I want you to advise the younger ones out there. Tell them your peace of mind.
The first and the most important is what I said. Once you have anything in mind, especially this theater of a thing, don't get tired. They'll frustrate you, or you want to be discouraged. Don't. Just keep pushing. Just especially, I'm advising the ones that are coming to the movie industry. This is even a better time now. There's money in movie now. There's money. 3 days. Crew nothing, 50, 70, 100. It's getting better now. So don't be discouraged. 1. 2, one of the things I don't toy with in the industry is respect. If you don't have respect at home, learn it. This field is a field that you must respect leaders. Báwa ṣe dàgbà tó yìí. Àwọn madam ṣáájẹ́ kọ́ ló kọ́ wa ń ṣe. Àwọn láyàgbé kọ́ ló kọ́ wa ń ṣe. But they are our seniors. And I'm sure you know what I'm saying. If you are here now, okay, like, tabagbo pe Olayagbe now, all of us will stand up, we'll go and meet and greet. Be industry ṣe ni. But industry of nowadays, nísìnyí, tó bá ti ṣe blow by, tó gbé blow sáyà tó dé by, tó ti wá you just want to look down anybody. It's not going to take you anywhere. Look at the years you've been coming, and you are still relevant. Àwọn ayé wọn tó ti dé tó ti sáré jó, tí no wọn ti jó. tó ti lọ. But most of the things that will keep you relevant is just believe in yourself, keep working on your craft, and keep that respect.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Uncle. Uncle T, thank you so much. This little gift is for you to say thank you for coming on the show. We love and appreciate you, sir.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I really want to say that I'm happy seeing you in this level. You've been doing very well for yourself, but this is big. You cannot see it by. This is big.
Thank you,
And something you truly deserve. Well, Shebiola no working in the industry. And thank you for having me on the program.
Thank you
very much. Thank you very much. God bless you. To the crew, well done, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming, guys. I'm sure you enjoyed yourself. You had fun. I haven't laughed this hard on this show. Most times we cry. See me laughing, so you cannot afford not to see this episode. I'm telling you. I'm sure you have learned something today. In whatever thing you're doing, put God first, be determined, and stay focused. Till I come your way, same time, on the same channel. My name is Dr. Abiola Adebayo Akimide. I love you guys, and God bless you. Stay blessed.
Talk to be, share your experience.